Greetings, everyone. Well, it's update time again. I'm not sure what day of the week I'm going to drop this one in, just wherever. I don't really have a specific day for this type of stuff. Maybe I should have one. Well, it's anime and manga. Yes, that is the correct way to pronounce them. I don't care what anyone says. I know everyone says anime. Yeah, it's not anime. You're thinking it's like animation, but it's not. It's not anime. It's actually anime is the correct way to pronounce it. I tend to kind of mix the two and say anime, and then everybody gets on my case about it. Well, look up a pronunciation thing that actually says it, and you'll see that actually anime is completely wrong. I say that right off the top because every time I do a video about anime, people get on my case about the pronunciation. So I'm actually pronouncing it more or less correctly, and you're pronouncing it wrong. So there. Anyway, it's anime update time, and I've got one manga as well. So let's check them out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Alrighty, so I keep on telling the tale of woe that HMV is going out of business. And, well, in case you haven't heard the news, HMV is going out of business. So they're basically just clearing out all their stuff. So, right off the top, one of the first things I picked up from them was a series that I'd basically seen the trailers for it, and it just looked really interesting to me. And I loved the visual style, and it just looked really dark and kind of cyberpunky and stuff like that. And yeah, I love me some cyberpunky sci-fi. So picked up Ergo Proxy, the complete series on Blu-ray. I actually almost got this on DVD, and then Funimation announced the Blu-ray, so I grabbed this. So this was right at the start of the HMV fire sale. So it was only like 20% off, which basically meant I didn't pay for the tax. I got the tax and a little bit more of a discount off. So this is a fairly short series. I only did one series. It's 23 episodes, and at the moment I'm about halfway through it, and really enjoying it so far, actually. So if you like some good sort of dystopian, slightly cyberpunky sci-fi, check out Ergo Proxy. It's quite good. Next up, well, I guess this kind of ties into my shirt, actually. I picked up Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence. I missed the original Blu-ray release of this. I used to have the original DVD release of this, and I've been kicking myself forever for missing out on the original Blu-ray because it went out of print very quickly and then was ridiculously expensive, and I just don't pay collector's prices for things because I think a lot of them are just price gouging and charging far more than what things are actually worth. So anyway, with the new movie coming out, the new live-action movie, of course, there's a lot of Ghost in the Shell stuff appearing or being re-released on Blu-ray, which is great because it means I can rebuild that collection and also upgrade the ones that I still only have on DVD. Speaking of standalone complex, actually, apparently they finally put them out on Blu-ray, seasons 1 and 2, well, both seasons of it. However, a lot of people are really ticked off because the English dub apparently has some glitches in it where there's a few lines where the Japanese track actually comes through, and then the subtitles aren't actually subtitles, they're only closed caption style, so you get the black, with white text on the bottom, very tacky. And not only that, but it's not just the dialogue, it's the descriptive closed captions. So like it describes the sound effects and everything too. It's like the door creaks and there's an explosion or whatever. And then not only that, but those closed captions are based on the English dub script and not the actual just straight up Japanese translation. So fans are really ticked off about how that release was handled because, let's face it, we have waited a hella long time to get all of Standalone Complex on Blu-ray. So I don't know if anything's being fixed. I don't know if the studio just doesn't give a shit and is just going to leave it the way it is. But I'm just kind of taking a wait and see. I was really excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy that like immediately. And then I heard about all the problems with it. And I was like, oh, crap. Why would they do that? Like, how can you screw that up that badly? Like, have you never seen any other anime release on Blu-ray or DVD ever and see how they're presented there? Like, why would you just half-ass something so sought after by collectors like that? I mean, it's very disappointing. This one doesn't have that problem. This is fine. This is lovely. Enjoy. All right. Next up, let's see. As you know, I was a huge fan of Steins Gate, which reminds me, I need to pick up the... they finally brought the movie over here. I need to pick that up. Now, this isn't really related to Steins Gate. It's kind of peripherally related in that it's part of, I guess, thematically related in sort of a strange way. Okay, so Steins Gate was Steins, semicolon, gate. Well, I picked up Robotics, semicolon, notes. And I think that's as far as the relation goes. It's the something, semicolon, something series. Yeah. This one I've had my eye on for a while. It's just sounds like a lot of fun. It's basically, what is it? Yeah, Kaito and Akiho dream of building a giant fighting robot based on a super popular anime, but that's going to be impossible if they don't get more members into their school's robot research club. They'll take anyone they can talk or force into joining them, including an eccentric robotics champion with a secret identity and a elite video game designer who spent one too many late nights online. Finally, their goal looks like it's within reach. But when a sentient AI program tells Kaito about mysterious documents hidden on the internet, things start to get strange for everyone. As the club members track down the secret messages, they realize that the information might be far bigger and more dangerous than they expected. So it actually does sound like it has a similar vibe to Steins Gate, where Steins Gate kind of starts off fairly lighthearted and almost a comedy. And then it goes to some really crazy dark territory once they really get heavily into the time travel stuff. So this sounds like it's structured in a similar way, and that it starts off kind of light and fun, and then gets into some dark conspiracy territory in this case. So pretty cool. Definitely looking forward to checking this out. This is it's 22 episodes, but why? Like, holy moly! It's so many discs. Well, it's because it's a DVD Blu-ray combo set, so it's basically just got 4 discs for both. So you got 4 DVDs, 4 Blu-rays, and there you go. And you can probably see it's actually part of the Save line, which has these really tacky green bars on the cover. But the nice thing about it is covers are reversible. So you can actually have a not tacky cover. So needless to say, as soon as I discovered that, I switched it immediately. I love the Save line in that it's, quite cheap and affordable, and you can get some pretty cool stuff in that. But I hate the green bars. I think they're just so tacky. In fact, a lot of the times I found I wasn't even looking at what the Save titles were, because it just like the tacky green bar just really does not attract the eye at all. It made me want to not look at it because it was so tacky. So during the HMV fire sale, I decided to take a closer look and see what some of those titles actually were. And I was like, oh, hey, Robotics Notes. I've been reading about that and wanting to check it out. So I grabbed that. And next up, we've got a few that are on DVD only. So hey, it's all that's available, so that's what we'll get. Picked up Armitage the Third, the complete saga. And this really is complete, actually. Armitage the Third was a pair of OVAs, basically. The first one was a 4-part series that was later re-edited into a feature-length movie. I used to have the feature-length movie on Laserdisc. So there was originally just Armitage the Third, the miniseries, the 4-part miniseries, and then they had Armitage the Third Polymatrix, which was the feature-length movie, which actually got a limited theatrical run over here and had an English dub, quite a good one too, might I add. Had Kiefer Sutherland in it. And then a few years later, they did Armitage the Third's Dual Matrix, which is a feature-length sequel. I don't know if it had a miniseries version. I don't think it did. Anyway, this collection actually includes the original miniseries version of the first one, the movie version of the first one, and then the movie version of the second one. Yeah, I think the second one was only a movie. But anyway, so everything that was ever done of Armitage the Third is here. Quite good, actually. I like this story a lot. I had only seen the movie version, and then as soon as I got this, I watched the original miniseries version, and honestly, I like the miniseries version a little better. I have to rewatch the movie version, though. I don't remember. Apparently, it has a slightly different ending. But, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Next up, this is something I've been wanting for so long, and Discotek to the rescue, finally bringing it to our shores for the first time ever. We have the original, what is it, 1971, I think? It doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it was 1971. Does it say? Yeah, why don't they ever put years on these things? Anyway, 1971 series of Lupin the Third. Yes. There's two sets of this, by the way, out there. There's one that has a different cover. This is the one you want, because this is the one that has all the extras. And there's quite a wealth of extras on here as well, might I add. There's some fan commentaries and essays. There's detailed breakdowns of each episode and a lot of behind-the-scenes info. Really, really good stuff. I had never seen any of the original series before. I'd only ever seen episodes from the second series, the so-called Red Jacket series. This is the Green Jacket series. So this is all new to me. So I've really been having a blast watching these. This is, by the way, subtitled only. There is no English dub for this one. Armitage the Third has English and original Japanese with subtitles, because they did a dub for both. So here we've got, so it's 23 episodes, but Discotek really gave it the deluxe treatment here. 23, I'm just spinning them around here. The hubs are very, very nicely raised, so you can spin the discs quite easily. So it's 23 episodes spread across 4 discs. So they really gave like lots and lots of bitrate to this. I got to say, also, being only standard def, I did not see any pixelation at all on these. It just looks, kind of soft because it's not high def. But no pixelation whatsoever. I mean, this was freaking beautiful. This is like as perfect as standard def can look. Discotek really did an outstanding job on this set. I don't know if this is out of print. I think it might be going out of print because there weren't very many copies left on Amazon when I ordered it. So if you want to grab it soon. And feel free to use my Amazon link in the description, plug, because, they pay me in gift cards, which means I can buy more stuff and I can do more videos about for you. All right, and then next up, this was one I grabbed from HMV. Again, I think it was only 20% off, but I really wanted it. Also from Discotek, we have the first volume of Lupin the Third Part 2, which was the second series. When was this? It was like later 70s, I think, like 77, I think. Yeah, it was 1977 that this series came out. This is the longest running one. This actually ran for like 156 episodes, I think, something like that. A lot, anyway. This was the one that most people are familiar with. Pioneer was actually putting out an English dub of this for a while. They did about the first half of the series. They did like 72 episodes, I think, something like that. Good news is, Discotek has got the rights to all of the English dubs that have ever been done for any episodes ever. Way back in the day, Streamline actually put out 2 episodes of this, including the final episode of the series, and did an English dub for both of those episodes. Those apparently will be included when they get up to those episodes, which is pretty cool. So otherwise, all the rest of the episodes are subtitled only. So they're about half of them, roughly, are dubbed in English, if you prefer English dubs. The rest will be subtitles only. So this set here is the first 40 episodes. So I guess it's going to be 3 or 4 volumes, clearly numbered on the spine. Very nice. So needless to say, I will be getting all of them. And then at some point I need to start collecting all the gajillion movies and specials. But for now, I'll be happy just to have the various TV shows And finally, last but not least, this was actually given to me as a gift by Rosie's stepsister. This is one that she read and really enjoyed and thought I might like it. I've heard of it. I know there's an anime adaptation of this, which is supposed to be really good. I've heard this is just a fantastic story. We've got Wolf Children, the complete collection. So this is basically the entire story of Wolf Children in one massive tome. Apparently it was also a gift prior to being gifted to me. To Bree Bree, Merry Christmas. Love, Mom. E. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed it, Bree Bree, whoever you were, and take some comfort in knowing that the joy is continuing through several more generations of people. So we've got actually there is some color pages in here as well. Very nice. But apparently this is just a wonderful, wonderful story. And it is done in the standard manga format where you want to actually start from what we would consider the back and read it that way. So it's right to left instead of left to right. But yeah, very nice. Definitely looking forward to sitting down and working my way through that tome. And then we'll probably check out the movie. I don't know if it's a movie or a mini. I think it's a mini series that they did, basically adapting it. So yeah, very cool. And that is it for this update. So some awesome anime and manga. And yeah, I do love me some Japanese stuff. Fantastic storytellers and just some terrific animation. Old and new. It's all good. I love it all. Alrighty. Well, that is it for this update. Hope you enjoyed. Quick thank you to my Patreon sponsors, especially Kyle Pellegrini, my highest level sponsor. Really appreciate it, dude. And thank you for watching and just being awesome. So we'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.